Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Today, we will be doing another craft. Finally. Feels like it's been a month.
But it's only been a week.
Those didn't count.
No, we did the...
I know.
By the way, folks, that was our new theme song written for us by our good friend Rick over at 28mm Miniatures. If you haven't subscribed to him, go right now, pause the video, go and subscribe to him because he does a bunch of great stuff, especially when it comes to Traveler. Of course, tell him we sent you because he's just a great guy. And as you can tell, a phenomenal musician. So tonight, we are going to be making a big gun out of this, what used to be a little bubble-blowing toy.
An absolutely pathetic piece of plastic.
It was supposed to be, like a Vulcan rotary cannon. But we're turning it into a 28mm Doomsday gun for your tabletop. We are also going to be using this green tea light. I'm going to turn that off for now. Get rid of the blue one. And a couple other spare, griblies that we're going to glue to the outside of it and then paint it up to look, better. I've already started by spray painting the interior of this and the outside white, just so that, I'll show you real quick, when we light it up, the insides will glow green and there'll be lights coming out from various little crevices and cracks and what have yous. So it'll look something like that when we're done. So I'm going to give the larger piece to the little guy to start gluing some bits on while I work. I've got this little clear plastic.
So this goes right here?
Nope. Flip it over the other way.
Like this?
So you could actually sit in it, yeah. I know it's kind of a weird seat, but it'll look better when we're done. He's going to be gluing some... I would use hot glue for that.
I would.
Okay. I'm going to be gluing this on here to help direct the light and give a little bit more reflections going on. I also put one of those little clear, do I have another one here? One of those little clear sort of flat gem things that's got multi-reflective surfaces so that it'll bounce the light back and forth. When I put it on here, you see it's doing its thing. And I didn't take this piece off just because it just adds a little bit more direction.
Do you want it like this or like this?
Oh, you see where the bumps are?
Like this?
Yeah, no. Let me show you.
Just tell me which side to put glue on.
Put glue on the flat, smooth side.
Okay, so the back. Put glue on the front.
Mm-hmm. And I'll use this glue. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to have to use this glue. I don't really like using super glue. But again, with the previous project, sometimes super glue will create a gas that can hang out and cause fumes.
Yes, and nobody really wants that.
And it will...
I mean, I suppose some people do, but we don't want them, so...
Right, it can fog up the plastic. And for the most part, that's not going to be a huge deal here because you're not even going to see this piece. It's going to be deep inside the actual gun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hopefully get rid of some of the fumes by letting it get a little tacky. And hopefully I can center this as well as possible. That looks good. That's not too bad, actually. Look at that.
No, it isn't.
It's pretty well centered. And no fog, as you can see, but it is giving us quite a bit of reflection. Look at that. You see that weird mirrored image on the light?
Yes, I see
that's kind of weird. It's kind of... I don't think you guys can pick that up. But it's got this weird sort of reflection going on where it looks like that thing is going that way, but then there's a mirror image of it going that way. Maybe it's just the fumes. That's kind of neat.
This isn't though.
Yeah, that's why I brought you this stuff out. It's easier to work with.
Oh. Stop eating the floor!
Oh my god. Is he actually chewing on it or just licking it?
Well, he's definitely ripping it out.
Okay, we have to get a new dog. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
Gotta get a new dog.
Yeah, you throw this one away.
Throw him away. Just toss him in the trash can and hope he doesn't get out.
Yeah.
So use the other super glue that I just handed you for those things, and
I like this.
yeah,
That's
just
good stuff.
yeah, just.
Put it on.
I would put it on the piece. That way you use less glue,
Well,
and it's more controlled.
Well, something.
Here, you want me to peel this, and you can use the new one.
It's on there.
Well, the one that's. So I pull that glue off, and then you can glue it properly. And when we're done gluing this stuff, tomorrow I'm going to paint it up so it'll be ready for the Sunday show-off show, which will not be this Sunday. It'll be the following Sunday, where we will show off all of the crafts, because we have one more craft to create next Thursday. It'll be something using the superhero figures that we showed you at the beginning of the month. We'll probably turn them into some sort of like larger than life superheroes, kind of like Giant Man and that sort of thing, but like a sort of a group of them, so that your superheroes or characters in that kind of a game, have somebody to tangle with that's big, maybe even something Hulk-like on one of them, just make him purple or something with green
The
pants.
Incredible Bulk.
Yeah.
Or The Amazing Bulk, or whatever that movie was called.
Yeah. Well, there was an Incredible Bulk, I think, in like Mad Magazine or something like that.
Oh, no, because they did make a movie about him.
Right, I know which movie you're talking about.
Where there's a chase scene involving literally every single piece of stock footage and free models that they could possibly find. Every single one.
Yeah, if you get a chance, go check it out. It's definitely worth it.
Have you seen it?
I saw it with you.
Oh, we watched the entire thing together?
Yes, we did.
I didn't know that.
We also watched that one video of that one guy who was eating all the tuna.
I don't know that.
He had his back of his trunk of his car was filled with old.
Oh.
It was around the same time we watched that.
Neil Breen. Yes, I remember that guy. I would quote the greatest line from any movie, but I don't know if I should.
Why not? I'm going to glue this in with the hot glue.
I'll say it. We're probably going to be on Connell's show later, and that's the first thing I'm going to say. The very first words I will say will be a quote. Not from the movie he's talking about,
Pick that up quick.
but Neil Breen made the same movie like 50 times. And it was the same movie, and it was better every single time. Because he made one movie, and it was the greatest movie ever that could ever possibly be conceived.
Better than The Watchmen? I seriously.
Then he made another movie, and it was practically identical, but it was 100 times better. Not just than any other movie, but than the previous one, which was already the best movie. Then he made another one, and it was even better.
Right. Seriously.
He just keeps making the same movie over and over again, but just making it better over and over again. And I dropped something.
You want the pieces? Because
The blue thing.
I better not do that because the hot glue is going to stick to this. Wait till at the end of the show, and then I'll put this back on and you get a good idea of what we're talking about. Okay, it's all on you now. Finish it up. Unplug this, because I don't think we're going to use this again tonight, correct?
No. Oh.
A little too much?
This is a weird object.
Yeah, just what I always do is when I pull the brush out, I wipe a little bit of it off, because the brush is a brush and it will absorb some. Did you get both ends of that?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. It looks like it needs a little more glue to hold it on.
100%.
Wipe it off a little. There you go. Oh, I see. You're pretty clever there.
What?
Putting glue on the inside of it instead of...
Oh, so then you just push it back in. Though these things are worse than bottle caps for me.
Yeah, I know. We've used them a lot. They're
We've
basically...
used them more than...
Yeah, quite a bit. They're the covers for safety razors, and since I, shave every day, or almost every day, I go through a lot of these safety razors, and...
Pretty much buys like 10 a week.
And I I just save the little caps that come with the razors.
Yes, he collects them or something.
Well, they come in handy, and I'm just trying to obscure the overall shape of the gun. With griblies, that's what griblies are designed for. I was thinking maybe putting these like right here.
So is that the work?
Yeah, that works really good. And no, don't use the hot glue gun.
Never used the hot glue gun.
I already unplugged it.
Works just fine.
Okay, well, hurry up because it's not going to stay hot for long. And just let him fall into that cavity, nice and even. See, that looks good. And I'm going to brush paint this because if I did anything else, it would get black paint inside the interior cavities, and that's why I painted it white so that it would reflect as much light as possible. I could have used Broken Terrain's trick of lining everything with aluminum foil, but the interior cavity was just so difficult to work inside that I didn't.
Does that work?
Yeah, I liked it right there, like it's some sort of screen or.
This is better because whoever's sitting there can actually see it.
Right. And like I said, if I were to try to get the aluminum foil in there, it would have been difficult, and I would have to worry about cutting out the holes again so that the light could come out. Spiderwebs.
Yes.
The bane of all hot glue gun enthusiasts.
Very much so.
And anywhere you want to put the other few little griblies, there was 2 of these blue things.
That's exactly what I dropped.
Oh, okay, well, you can glue one now and we can find the other one later. We don't want to be digging around. This was going to be part of the chair, so I don't think we need that. But already, it's got a little bit different look to it. And hopefully it'll
moderately so, but
enough to disguise the overall bit. And any hot glue that is on the outside, I'll scrape off before I paint it. But I'm going to use, where is it, right here? Army Painter's Brush On Primer. And then I'm going to paint it, black and silver and make it, look a little beat up, but not too beat up, but try to get some shininess to it with Vallejo's silver that's almost silver white. Maybe even some gold and other metallic colors to, really change it from looking like a Vulcan rotary cannon. I mean, it's still going
to look... A pathetic excuse for a Vulcan rotary cannon.
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to look like one, especially when you look at this, etc. But, I as soon as I saw it, I knew that it would make for a nice... You about done there, or?
And then this can go...
I was going to put it where the control panel is, but it just got in the way. But I really like the way you did that. That looks good. Looks better than what I was thinking.
Okay,
but let's
just move on.
We screw that on tight.
Yes.
And that's going to stick temporarily. But this is the base, and I'm going to kind of try to make it so that it's at an angle like this, so that so people can get into the cockpit of it. It kind of reminds me of the space jockey from Alien. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
You know
yes, I do. The guy with the big alien sitting in it.
Right. And
which I don't think... I know there was an explanation for it, but wasn't the explanation kind of dumb?
Well, they dumped it. But I actually got to go to a model builders guild meeting where the model builders who built that...
I thought it was in the movie.
It kind of is, but depending on which version. But I actually got to touch the space jockey and the Enterprise dry dock from Star Trek The Motion Picture, as well as the Dark Star spaceship, because it was a meeting of all the model builders showing off some of their works throughout the years. And mind you, this was back in the early 1980s, and I literally got to touch the space jockey, and I got to see some behind the scenes things like with the face hugger that was made from crab and lobster and lamb, believe it or not.
That last part is weird.
Yeah,
I would not expect the lamb.
Exactly. But I got to see those things, and to me, this kind of reminds me of that. But we're not going to put an alien in there. I'll get Doc Savage out here one more time, not one last time. He's going to always come back. But you can see, it looks like
if I could get a moderately bigger one, I would. Like twice the size. That'd be perfect for what I want. Because I want it to be like a this big gun.
Mm. Well, when summer rolls around, maybe we'll see a squirt gun like that.
Yes, but not that big.
But there you have it, folks. Another quick craft. A little pre-work involved, but, when you come back in 2 weeks and see it finally painted up, hopefully it'll look a lot different and look like something you want to put on your gaming table. Whether it's the objective or an objective marker, or just something they have to, move around and hide behind, use for cover. Or maybe it's the goal of the mission to blow up the big gun.
I feel like that would be a bad idea.
Yeah, I know, right? Or just sabotage it or something like that. Maybe even steal it. Who knows if they got a big truck and they could, haul it off. But there you have it, folks.
Yep.
That's it for tonight. We're going to go hang out with Connell. Hope to see you guys there. And hope to see you again during the weekend. Our usual schedule. We got a ton of videos.
Yeah.
Throughout the rest, just about one every day. But
pretty much.
Thanks for stopping by. We will see you guys real soon. And until then,
good night.
Bye, everybody.